Have you ever had a birthday that just went completely, totally wrong? Well, get ready, because today we're jumping into the amazing Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Partypooper by Kinney. We're going to see how a forgotten birthday and a party that was a total disaster can actually turn into a brilliant business idea. Just think about it for a sec. You know, a day you were super, super excited for. But then just think about it for a sec. You know, a day you were super, super excited for, but then it just fell flat. Womp womp. Well, that is exactly where our story kicks off for our hero, Greg Heffley. All right, so our story begins with what I'm calling a major birthday bummer. We meet Greg on what's supposed to be the absolute best day of the year for him, but oh boy, things are about to get really weird, and not in a good way. Okay, so picture it. Greg literally leaps out of bed. It's his birthday. He is 100% positive that his family is waiting downstairs to scream, "Surprise!" with a giant cake, tons of presents, the whole shebang. He's so ready for it. But he gets downstairs and nothing. Just crickets. No party, no presents. They didn't even say happy birthday. His entire family just forgot. Can you even imagine how that feels? All that excitement just deflates like a sad balloon. Ugh. And just when you think it cannot get any worse, oh, it does. The story about his family forgetting his birthday somehow gets onto social media and poof, it goes viral. Now, literally everyone knows, and you can bet his parents are feeling pretty embarrassed. So, to try and fix everything, his parents throw this huge, over-the-top makeup party. But it is a complete and total mess. We're talking cake getting smashed in his face, guests he doesn't even know showing up. It is just one disaster after another. Things go from bad to way, way, way worse. But you know, sometimes the biggest messes are what lead to the very best ideas. And that hot mess of a party, it gives Greg the big idea. This right here is the turning point. This is where everything changes. Yep. After surviving that crazy party, Greg has a total light bulb moment. He realizes, hey, because he knows everything that can possibly go wrong at a party, he's the perfect person to help make parties go right. And just like that, he decides he's going to start his own party planning business. And that's really the magic of this whole story. The main idea is all about turning something bad into something awesome. It shows us that when things go wrong, you don't have to just sit around feeling sad. you can take that problem and flip it into a solution. So, Greg's crazy adventure is packed with some really great lessons, and it even gives us some ideas for fun stuff we can do. Let's break down all the cool things we can learn from his story.
Okay, you gotta hear these takeaways. First, there's the 24-hour rule. It means it's totally okay to feel sad or bummed out for a day, but after that, you ask yourself, okay, what did I learn? Next up, remember that problems can actually be solutions. Your biggest frustrations can help other people. And it's true, bad experiences often teach us the most important lessons. Finally, learn to think like an entrepreneur, which is just a fancy way of saying always look for ways you can help people.
Want to try this stuff out for yourself? Here are some super fun activities. First, become a disappointment detective. Think about a time you were disappointed and try to find 3 things you learned from it. Or take the party planning challenge. Design your perfect dream party, but then also come up with solutions for 3 things that could go wrong. And my favorite, do a business brainstorm. Think of a problem you and your friends have and come up with a cool business idea that could solve it. And hey, for all the parents and teachers out there, this book is just fantastic for talking about resilience. Bouncing back when things get tough. It's such a fun way to introduce what it means to think like an entrepreneur. And that 24-hour rule is a great little tool for helping kids manage their feelings and see that disappointments can actually lead to amazing new opportunities. So you finished the book, you loved it, and now you're thinking, what's next? Well, if you're looking for more amazing book adventures, don't you worry, we've got you covered. Okay, if you loved how Greg turned his whole situation around, you have got to read Restart by Gordon Corman. It's about a kid who gets a total second chance to start over. And you should also check out The Wild Robot by Peter Brown. It's about a robot who ends up in a tough spot, but makes it wonderful by making a bunch of new friends. So good. All right, that leaves us with one last big question for you to think about. After hearing Greg's story, what kind of business would you start to solve a problem? It could be anything. The possibilities are endless. So the biggest thing to remember from all of this is that you have the power to turn your problems into your greatest adventures. Thanks so much for hanging out for this explainer. And hey, don't forget to follow and subscribe for more fun dives into your favorite books.